Hey everybody, it's TJ here. My series Mii V Mii just had its season finale, and unfortunately season 2 has not yet been unlocked on Patreon, but I'm not discouraged about it, and you shouldn't be discouraged about it either, because I'm going to look at this as an opportunity. It's a chance for us to get in a little bit of pre-season training. If you caught any part of the first season, then you know it is a battle between me, TJ, and his Hero Knights, and Dark TJ, the Shadow Prince, and his Shadow Legion. But for Season 2, while some things are going to be the same, there's also going to be some very distinct differences. And one of them is that the Mii Fighter characters are going to play a key role. And that's where the custom Mii Fighter amiibo cards came in. So in order for me to be able to keep track of all these different amiibo, I took these and turned them into these. A series of custom cards so that I could on-site quickly identify which one is which, and it facilitates getting through the tournament a little bit faster, a little bit easier, and it was fun to make. So what an amiibo looks like is only a part of what it's all about. What they can do in game is where the action really happens, and that's where I'm hoping I can get a little bit of an assist from my favorite gamers out there. You guys. So I'm going to team up with you for 25 days of custom amiibo cards. Each day we're going to feature a different custom amiibo character, and we're going to go through and set up what their custom moves are. I'm going to pick what makes the most sense to me, but I'm going to be honest, a lot of these characters are from games that I'm not really that familiar with, so what I'm really hoping is that this will be interactive, and you can leave your suggestions in the comment section for which movesets you think I should use, which ones best suit that individual character, and maybe if we put our minds together, we can help make Season 2 even more epic when it finally does unlock on Patreon. Let's get started. So I got my screen open here. Let's take our amiibo card and scan it in. All right. There he is. Okay, confession time. The closest thing I've ever played to a Fire Emblem game is the Smash Brothers series. Now don't get me wrong, I love them. TJ and Dark TJ are both sword fighters, so obviously that aspect makes them near and dear to my heart. But as far as how they exist in their natural habitat, I have no idea. So let's go through these moves one by one. We've got the Gale Strike. I don't know. TJ likes to use the Gale Strike. I don't really know if it's Chrom's style. Dark TJ used the Gale Strike in the first season, but he's going to use the Shuriken of Light this time around. I think the idea of using light for evil really appeals to him. And the third one, which I currently have it set to, is the Blurring Blade. A flurry of sword slashes, charge it for extra power. I've been basing it so far on what the other Fire Emblem characters do. Alright, the next one we got the Slash Launcher. Is what I currently have it at. But there's also Airborne Assault. Maybe Chrom could do that. Is Chrom acrobatic? Does he do a bunch of flips like that? Rush through opponents in your path and launch them upward. And then we got the Chakram. I don't know. I shied away from the Chakram because it seems awfully specific. And I don't really know if that's a weapon that Chrom would have in his arsenal. So I'm going to hold it here at the Slash Launcher for now. For Chrom's up special, Stone Scabbard is pretty tempting. I do like that. In Palutena's Guidance, Viridi does compare Chrom to Ike. And this seems pretty similar to Ike's move, so maybe that one would be better. Then we also have the Slash Dash. And then when I think Hero Spin, I think more Link, so I'm gonna avoid that for Chrom. Maybe I should switch it up to Stone Scabbard. Let's do that for now. And then finally, the Blade Counter. Now this is the only one I'm pretty confident about because all 6 of the other Fire Emblem characters have a counterattack, so it seems like Chrom is in pretty good company with respect to that. So the other options include Rainbow of Doom. Oh no, what's that really? Creates a rainbow that reflects projectiles. Okay. And then the Power Thrust. Chrom might be a Power Thruster, but because all the other Fire Emblem characters use this move, let's stick with that. So I've got Chrom set to 3, 2, 1, 1. If that jives with what you think works best for Chrom, then I'd love to hear that. Or what I'd really love is if you happen to be a Fire Emblem expert or you know a lot about the character of the game and you can make a strong argument for pushing him in another direction, I'm all about that. So as much as we can work together to make this character as cool as he can possibly be and as close to representing the spirit of Chrom, then that's what this is for. And finally, before I let you go, I do have a limited number of these Chrom cards available for backers on Patreon. If you make a pledge of $25, I will send you a Chrom custom card, functional, will work in game, and will really go a long way to helping fund Season 2. Now I know there's a lot of confusion about Patreon, so let's just take a quick second to clear some of that up. Patreon is a way for you to support the content creators whose content you enjoy, and as a thanks, the content creators reward their supporters with different incentives. And in my case, I'm offering a limited number of these Chrom amiibo cards, as well as some other things that you can see on the site itself. The lowest tier is just $1 a month. If you have an extra $1 a month laying around, then you'll have your name in the credits, just like the awesome people who you're going to see in just a second. And at the $25 tier, you get the custom card. At a $35 tier, while supplies last, I will make a custom amiibo card of you, your me. There's a video about that somewhere floating around from a couple days ago. I'm sure you can check that out. But what I want you to understand is that when you sign up for a certain tier on Patreon, you are not charged right away. Patreon only charges on the first of the month. So what that means is if you make a pledge like today, for example, you won't actually be charged until August 1st. And then if you want that to only be a one-time pledge, that's totally fine. You can choose not to support the show in subsequent months. Obviously, it would be great if you did, but I understand. I know how it is. I appreciate all of you who watched and enjoyed Mii V Mii Season 1. I really enjoyed making it, and I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to make Season 2. For more information on how you can help, you can click the link in the description. I also want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of last month's Patreon supporters and all of my new Patreon supporters for the month of July. I'll see you really soon with a new custom Mii fighter character card, and hopefully you can help me come up with the custom moves for that one too. We'll see you next time. Thanks for playing.